Hey, what's up, folks? Listen, I'm just sitting in the car, just drinking and smoking like folk do when they just be sitting in the car. No, I'm just playing. I ain't drinking or smoking. But anyway, listen, I wanted to get on real quick. I ain't done this in a while. Did a quick little video, whatever. Just to say, been pondering some things, just been thinking about a lot of things, and just our life, how we function in life, how we flow in life with our our relationships and everything, of course, as I come from that perspective. And I wanted to say this to you. We have to move into the place of understanding that a lot of times, most of the times, almost all the time, you are the magic that you're waiting for. You're the magic that you're waiting to happen. We are that. When we really come to a place of understanding who we are as divine beings, as creatures made in the image and likeness of the source, of the creator, of God, we have to understand that a lot of times what we're waiting to happen, what we're waiting for to happen, it's in our embodiment of that thing. All right, and I'm not just talking the same stuff that, or at least I hope I'm not coming off like some of the people that just seem to be doing this spiritual talk, or just talking about positive affirmations and different things like that. I'm not really necessarily trying to go there, but I look at how we look for situations in our love life, situations when we need I don't know, just anything you could think about, just waiting for things to change, waiting for people to change. It's like we are the magic that we're waiting to happen. We look for these relationships and we're like, oh, I'm just waiting on the magic. Someone recently asked me what was the magic of my relationship with my partner, and I was like, we are the magic of it. There was nothing that we had to wait to come. We think about it, and specifically talking about relationships, we think about it in terms of waiting for this feeling, and then we call that feeling love. And it's not that love it doesn't produce a feeling, but love in and of itself is not a feeling. Love is the essence of all things that is. Everything that holds together is really love. Love can be found in our pain. Love can be found even in our joy or whatever. And it can produce feelings, but in and of itself is not just a feeling. So we look for that to happen in our relationships. And I've been saying this since I've been on the book tour, that people are looking for magic to hold their relationships together instead of looking for maturity to hold it together. They're looking for these feelings instead of just looking for the embodiment of what it means to be in relationship with somebody else, what it really means to do this. So in a sense, and when I make the statement and say that you are the magic or whatever, one, you have to understand, listen, you are fearfully, wonderfully made, right? You're made with with great honor, with great intelligence, with great design or whatever. So you are equipped to embody any word that we speak. Any words that we speak, if it's absent of embodiment, then that word is just a word. Then it just floats into the air or floats into the atmosphere, however you want to say it, and it never really comes to life until we who have been given the breath of life gives it life. All right. So what I'm basically getting at is that a lot of times I've seen it, like I said, we do it in our love life, we do it in whatever, specifically with our love lives. And when I say love life, I'm not just talking about your boo. I'm talking about all of our friendships, our family, or whatever. We're waiting for these magical feelings and these magical moments, and we don't realize that we are the magic. That we are that magic, and I use that word magic really with quotes, because it's not really magic at all. It's just the maturity of our being. It's just us really being who we really truly are and who we were really truly designed to be, right? So at the end of the day, I want you to walk away with the idea and the thought of this. I'm not saying that when we have feelings and different that they're fake and that they're phony, but what I am saying is that they can change and they can shift and they can be all over the place, and sometimes they can be leading and misleading. All right. And so I'm not necessarily even saying throw them in the garbage, but what I am saying is I want you to really get to the heart, to sit still and get to the heart and to the authenticity of who you really are as a being. This is something that I'm trying to practice myself. So I'm not saying this particularly as an expert or anything like that, but it just really crossed my heart and crossed my mind to say, listen, folks, listen, beloved, listen, friends, you are the magic that we're waiting for. You are the change that we're waiting for. You are the shift in reality that we're waiting for. You know, you are the love that we're all waiting for, right? You know, and I say this, and anybody that has followed me with anything know that when I say these things, when I say you, I mean us. I mean collectively, as a being, as individual members of one body, so to speak. It's like we are that. So as we begin to move beyond just our religions and non-religions and go into the heart and depth of relationship with one another, relationship in knowing who we really are, relationship in having a connection to who we deem as God or our source, you know, and then having that relationship play out with one another. I say all the time that, you know, we talk about faith, and this that faith, my mantra is faith expressed in love. And this is where I say I am love for you, because I realized that if I wait for the magical feeling in order to have the certain connections that I have in my life, many of them honestly would not have happened. Many of them wouldn't happen. I had to realize that love, for the most part, has been a decision that I've made, a decision to live according to my design. Understand this, very important. A decision to live according to my design. And when I understand that design and I live in accordance with that design, then I become the magic that I am expecting to happen, that I'm looking for. I become the embodiment of love. I become the embodiment of those things that I'm hoping for. And again, I'm not just talking about this in terms of goals and dreams and all of those other little things. This is something much more deep that I'm speaking of and that I'm talking about. And I believe that we all truly carry on the depths of our soul, in the depths of our heart, in the core essence of our being, man. Like, it's so whatever. And this ain't coming out, of course, you know, it ain't coming out the way that I would have wanted it to come out. But I know for those of you that this is for, that needed to hear this, it's like, you are the magic. You are the magic. You don't have to wait for these magical feelings. You don't have to wait for these, you know, these blissful emotions to come along and this, that, and the other. All you really have to do is make the decision to be who you were created to be. Make the decision to be who you were designed to be. And I'm not telling you that even when you do it, that everything gonna go right. I'm not gonna make that. I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you that, or whatever. I'm not gonna say that, or whatever, because that ain't the truth. It's like things happen. Things happen all the time, right? We see things happen all the time. But until we stand into this space of understanding that a lot of what we're waiting for is really already in who and what we are, then we'll be waiting forever, and then we'll be moving from person to person, friendship to friendship, trying to find new families and everything, because we're looking for this magic to happen. But when we embody the essence of who we are, and we stand in a solid relational philosophy, when we stand in empathy with one another and for one another, and being considerate of one another, when we go into this place of holding ourselves accountable to one another and being devoted and yielding to one another and being able to really play off of one another in a positive way, man, you want to talk about sparks. You want to talk about when you look at it from a big picture, it's like, that's the design. That's the magic. That's the thing that really truly is holding all of us together. That's holding this together. That makes life ultimately worth the living. So I hope that you can understand, and that you can always remember, and that you can hold on to, even in moments where you feel like you're just out of there, or you just like ain't gonna find the right relationship and ain't gonna whatever. Please understand that you are the magic that you're waiting for. And when you step into that role and you step into that space, I believe you'll look at things different. You'll look at people different. You'll look at yourself different. You'll evaluate things in a different way. And it may just land us into a fulfillment that we just could have never imagined. I don't know. All right. But I do know. All right. So just know this. I'll leave you with that. Love y'all. God bless you. I am love for you, and I hope that you will be love for me.